going off.
Stop just ahead. Her face looks familiar. Well, that's June Ballard, Tarzan's sister, beast of the Amazon. She's married to Guy McAfee. The captain has moved to Vegas now, but the two of them still have juice. Phelps, traffic.
Detective Phelps. Hey, Bukowski. Long time no see.
You could have called this in by megaphone, Enrique. Phelps, this is Enrique Gonzalez. Enrique was a pretty decent middleweight. What do we have, Gonzalez?
Broad drives right through the empty lot and off the side of the escarpment. Her stories that a movie producer doped her and her friend and sent the car over the cliff.
Was anyone hurt?
Driver's beat up. Not too bad considering. If she hadn't hit that billboard, we'd be scraping both of them off the pavement. Passenger's a Jessica Hamilton. She's just a kid. She's pretty knocked around.
Kid gonna be all right?
I think so. They've taken her to central receiving. If you want to take a look around, you can stall the ambulance.
Thanks. Do that.
One more thing. Watch out for the driver. She cuts rough.
If you're looking for the coroner, he's down by the crash site.
How do you get? Okay. Need to go down there. So. Hello, bro.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the trunk. And that isn't even the best part.
Let me investigate this first. Ooh, someone hit their face.
Looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Must have been unconscious. Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue damage.
Is that a penny?
They've been torn off. Where did you find them?
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
Someone tried to rape the young lady because that's the string, Benny. Dear Jessica, please, 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 dear, come home. If you're worried about, what is that, an F or what? Worry about you, about your father. Don't be always he has loving temper and
She's a long way from home.
help. Whoa. She's out far from home without permission of his parents. This is the license plate of the car. Think. Okay,
Drunk driver?
Maybe not.
How so?
Well, a head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him, Horatio. Is it real?
No. I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
yeah.
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be my first guess, then painted.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever did it wanted these women dead.
Ooh la la. Who did that? Really, really hate these people. He really, or she, whatever it is.
Never the same,
How
are
does
they?
someone manage to tip their ride straight off a cliff? If the driver's in a fit state, we should ask.
The lucky didn't hit the billboard from above, above and go, or they didn't jump from here and on the street down there. They are so lucky. I'm happy for that. They lucky because, come on, they might be dead right now if the billboard wasn't there. So this is the base.
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
I prefer to use my maiden name, June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of Beast.
You? I don't like. Keep out of this.
She got some.
We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs. McAfee. The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us a Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey. I can't remember.
It's a serious offense to withhold information from the police during a criminal investigation, madam.
I told you to call me June. You're making me feel like an old lady. And don't bother your handsome head about this. My husband will settle the score with Mark Bishop.
That means Mark Bishop did it.
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
Okay, lady, you start to annoy me.
I think you're lying, Mrs. McAfee. I think something happened to Jessica yesterday before the crash.
I'm offended, Sunshine. Do you have any proof?
Driver of crashed vehicle is stopping at the... Let's...
Miss Hamilton's underwear were physically torn from her body.
She wanted to go to a casting. I took her to a casting. Whatever happened after that is between her and Mark Bishop.
We found a shrunken head. It was used to tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The last thing I remember is getting behind the wheel.
Why is she hiding something? I feel like she's hiding something.
It's obviously some kind of movie prop. You must know where it came from.
In case you hadn't noticed, I am the talent. And the talent doesn't deal with props or sets or any of that kind of stuff. Why don't you ask Mark Bishop which prop house he uses?
He keeps saying Mark Bishop, Mark Bishop.
You mentioned a
Guys,
Mark
it's
Bishop.
Mark Bishop.
You think he might have had something to do with this?
He is a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my husband to worry about.
It's not going to play that way, Mrs. McAfee. We'll take it from there.
Relax, detective. You're not nearly as cute when you're mad.
Mrs. McAfee, I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you accompanied Patrolman Gonzalez back to the receiving hospital.
I'm going to be okay. These guys can take me home after my lawyer and I have talked to the news hounds.
Mrs. McAfee, you are still under the influence of narcotics, and you're likely to go into shock once the drugs wear off.
And I thought you were a heel. It's nice of you to be concerned.
I think we're good here. Let's see what we can shake out of the kid.
Because I feel like something fishy is going on. she's like covering something. I don't know. I feel like she's covering like something. Something's right. It's what? It's saying
The car crash victim has regained consciousness at Central Receiving Hospital.
11K Roger, en route.
Take the next left.
God, yeah, I'm going the wrong way.
Take the next left.
We're here at Central Police Station, Division 1. Okay. Central. Yeah, our shoes make a lot of noise. Let's ask
Hello,
this lady.
Detective Phelps, here to interview a Jessica Hamilton.
Jessica Hamilton. Oh, yes. She's in the room right behind you, Detective.
Thank you.
You can't hold me here. No, I don't
Feeling
need
better
to be
since this
manhandled
morning,
by a
Jessica?
doctor. I need my
A little.
lawyer.
My head still
Where
feels
is the
funny.
telephone? Do you know?
Hello, Jessica. My name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman. I'd like to talk to you about your accident, if that's okay.
Okay.
She's 15? She's 15! What? Oh
Can you
my
tell me what
God.
you remember about the crash?
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here. Nothing happened yesterday.
You lying because I found your underwear.
Tell the truth, Jessica. Why the big cover-up?
I'm not lying to you.
We found your underwear in your handbag, Jessica. You need to tell us what happened.
The doctor told me what happened. I didn't want that. I just wanted to be a star, to be in movies. I told Junie what happened, and she told me to toughen up. That was the price of stardom.
Did she now, cold-hearted bitch?
It's not Junie's fault. It's not my first time. I had
What?
a boyfriend back home, but my father found out about him.
Even if you consented, Jessica, you're still underage.
Oh, what?
We need to get in touch with your
Dude.
parents, Jessica, to tell them what has
If I'm
happened.
your brother, I
Oh,
will
you don't
punch
need
you
to
in
worry
the fucking
them.
face.
They sent me
Oh,
along to
sorry,
stay with
I will
Aunt
punch
June.
you in the face.
They trust
Sorry.
her to take care of me.
Okay, I'm gonna use all these things because I'm so confused right now.
You're lying, Jessica.
I
How are we
forget-
going to make
I
this
forget
right
that
if
one.
you lie to us?
Please, Detective, why would I lie to you?
You're 15. You're not old enough to consume anything. Nothing.
Because you're a runaway, Jessica, and you don't have your parents' permission to be here. Now, do you want to tell me what really happened?
I went with Junie to this strange place. It's difficult to remember. Someone gave me a drink to calm my nerves, and then I felt faint. I think I must have passed out.
And that's where Bishop did something.
How did you meet Mr. Bishop?
Well, Junie is a big movie star. You probably know that. She's doing a new movie.
Oh man, I can't read this kid's face. She lying.
What's the story with Bishop and Mrs. McAfee? Why does he want the two of you dead?
That can't be true. Mr. Bishop seemed very happy today. I mean, yesterday.
And that's why he wedged a shrunken head against the accelerator pedal and punted the two of you over an escarpment?
Yeah.
I overheard Junie speaking to him on the phone a couple of times. Screaming, really. She can be very hard sometimes, Junie. But they seemed okay yesterday, like they worked it out.
So I think the girl, the woman, give this kid, lie to this kid, Jessica, tell Jessica Hamilton to go to Bishop so they can set their things up with, because Bishop might be a pedophile to sleep with 15 years old. Come on, man. Come on. Evidence of crime.
I know what happened to you, Jessica. Where exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
Someone tried to kill you, Jessica. Do you get it? Forget about being in movies. It's time to act like a grown-up.
I had to wear a robe and lay down on a stone. There were lights, a camera. It's not my fault. I'm not a bad girl. Why are you
Seems
trying
like-
to hurt me?
We ain't hurting you.
Thank you, Jessica.
We helping you.
You've been a big help. Here's my card. If you
What you
think of
talking
anything
about?
or you need some
We
help,
helping you.
just get in touch, okay?
Okay.
We don't want to hurt you.
I think it might be a good idea if you went back home till you felt better, Jessica.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that, officer. What if I got the part and I wasn't there?
You want to be a movie? You want to be a movie star?
It's the tale of this town, Cole.
not like that.
Lambs that go willingly to slaughter. Who the hell is that?
Must be her lawyer. He certainly expedited her release.
I don't like it, Cole. Why is she in such a hurry? We should follow her. There she goes. Come on.
163.
Tell the suspect from a safe distance. So we need to stay. Okay.
Ballard is definitely up to something.
If I reckless driving, they might start notice something. Oh, keep LA safe, drive safe.
She seems to have made a remarkably speedy
This
recovery.
times looks like
Too close,
Yeah,
Phelps.
now.
Way too close.
They're reckless driving for no reason. You're in this car or the other one? Oh, yeah, okay.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
What happened? What happened? They say walk to the booth, and I just pushed this guy with one hand, like I'm Hulk. Okay,
Get in there and see what she's up to.
she's running to the phone, so I need to press R1 to cover. Oh yeah. Pouch. Oh, I need to wait. I need to drink. Okay, seems like she ain't gonna pick the phone now.
Baby? No, I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want. Well, then make someone else do it. You still know people out here, don't you? Then make some calls. I'm going to be very clear about this. You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803.
803.
Sure, I got the film.
Which film? Did they use the little girl for porno? They used the little girl for run things. They used the little girl for run things, man. We need to get this going before they reach the...
So what's the story? I'm guessing she didn't stop for light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got an address. Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh, shit. You better step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home as possible.
If he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy McCaffrey's wife in the first place. Or he'd have done the job properly. McCaffrey will break a fella's legs just for looking at his broad the wrong way.
What did you make of the kid? You believe her story? I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out.
Yes, they did. That's the thing I want to say.
So if Ballard was doing someone a favor, why did they try to kill her?
All units, officer needs help. 333 South Main Street. 333 South Main Street. Officer needs help. 211, the shots fired. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 1220 West 7th Street, Westlake Park. 11K code 3, all other units
That's where
code
we're
2.
going.
KGPL clear.
That's where we're going.
Gun it! Let's get to the apartment before someone gets hurt.
Take the next right.
We're going over there. Get your gun out, get your gun out.
You the cops? I tried to stop them. It's room 803, left out of the elevator.
Oh, they punched him. They punched him. Why? Come on, man,
Sounds
why
like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
Why you walking? We need to run. Something's going down. They gotta kill the man. He need to. Sounds like over here.
Give it up! LAPD!
Ooh,
I'm about
man.
to break your goddamn jaw. I curse you and your children.
Why you?
Shouldn't have tangled with me, friend.
He can fight. He can fight. Take this.
You must be out of your tiny mind. Oh, keep swinging. I like a nice breeze.
Oh man, this is fight. Fighting. Go to jail for attempt of murder. Yeah, they're trying to hurt the girl in here, the woman, girl.
Are you injured, Mrs. Bishop?
Oh,
I'm all
she's
right
missing.
now. Those horrible, awful men.
Perhaps you should sit down, ma'am.
100%
Yes.
sure she's
Yes.
young.
Forgive me,
This
officers.
bishop is a
I'm very
pedophile.
flushed. I'll just sit
This
down for a moment.
Mr. Bishop.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am.
He's a pedophile.
Take a moment while we look around.
Yes.
This
Thank
guy we looking for, Mr. Bishop, he's a pedophile.
Look at this mess.
I'm sure she's young, too young, and she looks young. I don't know what is going on over here, but this Mr. Bishop is... You got
Don't think this is any use to us.
What is this?
Nope.
Cigar? So we can grab the money and the cigar.
Great Wall of Babylon. A replica of a replica.
A replica of a replica. Oh. This is
Looks like the old movie set downtown.
If you make a movie, why you... Come on, man. You can find another woman of your age. Why kids? Why? They're too young. They don't even know what is what in life. Oh, I didn't mean to pick that up, man. Oh, this is something. Is that a China? They use it in China? Ooh, they destroy everything, man. Oh, it's a ring. It's a nice ring. It's lipstick too.
Incidental.
So we're finding nothing. What is this? A paycheck of
What do you have to do to earn $20,000?
$20,000. Oh, that time that was a lot.
Not sure this means much.
But this time 10,000. It's a lot. It's a lot. But right now everyone is looking for a million, so gay
Presented to Mark.
gay, whatever. Cowboys to Mark Bishop. With the thanks from Silver Screen Props. Silver Screen Props. They was in the kitchen too. I mean, in the kitchen. Kitchen doesn't have anything you guys are looking for, man. Clock.
No good to me.
I'm pressing X and everything, so like some of the things you can open, some you can do nothing with it. Ooh, who is this?
Looks like a mermaid in the background. Silver screen.
Who are
Yeah,
these men in the picture?
It's the
My
same
husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
We need to open the case now, so... We don't have more. We need to find some clues. Any more secrets? Anything that we can grab and open secretly? No. We need to use the phone. No, we don't. Eddie. Wait, son. Let's talk, woman. Domestic disturbance.
Those men. I think they work for Guy McAfee. Do you know the name?
No. Why should I?
June Ballard is married to Guy McAfee. Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
June Ballard said she had a deal to be in his new picture.
Mark repeatedly told her no. He had Joan Leslie lined up for the role. That's how he got the finance. June made all kinds of threats.
She was very rude to me.
You know June Ballard?
We were both on the same picture a few years back. That's how I met my husband.
Where about Bishop?
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
She looking straight right now. She's telling the truth.
Either we find him or McAfee's people do, Mrs. Bishop.
Yeah.
If you care for him, you should make sure that we find him first.
I do care for him. But I don't really know where he'd go if he were in trouble. Hopgood might know.
She's 26. I know she was young. I'm sure this Mr. Bishop might be 40. He's a pedophile. She's 26. She can consume. She's over 18. But I'm sure they met before she was 18. Check for $20,000.
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
You're lying, Mrs. Bishop. It's some kind of payoff. You know exactly what the money is for and who it's getting paid to.
Do I? Would you like to prove that, detective?
You wanna see? I found it on the floor of your bedroom.
Your husband looks like he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared to kill to cover it up. Why is the payment going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
Lorna works at a check-cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
Your husband was at a casting yesterday with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
Bad cop.
Jessica remembered a mermaid. The mermaid on the front of the prop store. You better come clean with me.
This is a sick town, detective. Are you sure you really want to know? The truth is, my husband likes them young.
Yeah.
And you think that's okay?
I was 16 when I first met him.
I knew it!
I thought he was a genius. A magician with film. I was 20 before I realized he was just a B-movie hack. But he's nothing compared to some of the monsters at these big studios. My guess is, Ballard sacrificed her little friend. Happens to a lot of girls.
What?
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
You should
He's a
arrest
big
her
boy, detective,
for
and so are
knowing
you.
what
This is
the
Hollywood.
husband's doing.
There's always a deal to be done.
You should arrest her. Arrest her.
Operator, message for KGPL.
For knowing
Putting you through
what's
now.
going on. Not
Phelps, badge 1247.
me as a cop, I will be a bad.
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment.
If you know what's going on, you ain't tell no one.
Silver
you're
screen
going down
props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Because you know.
Thanks for your help.
You know something, you just gonna call the police. So. Let's go, partner.
An aging movie star, a wannabe starlet, a movie producer's wife. We're finally rubbing shoulders with the almost rich and famous.
And from the stories they've given us, clearly none of them can act.
Let's ask this. Hello? Can we ask you something? Are we allowed to ask?
A crime has been committed. Don't just stand there.
I'm trying to talk to you to see if you can give me a story or something. Why you look at me like that? Should go over there right now because silver screen props. It's the same name from the cowboy thing.
Mrs. Bishop knows more than she's letting on.
She doesn't seem to realize how much trouble her husband is in. The LAPD are the least of their worries right now.
She's a gold digger.
You
she
think
don't
she'd
care.
have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment?
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Or she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a couple of oceans between him and McAfee.
Any unit able to handle citizen reports at 211 in progress. 437 East 8th Street. Unit to handle code 3. Identify.
Okay, this is too far. I think this thing is all the way here, and we here. You're about to go over here. No, we ain't going that far. 3rd Street over here. Turn around.
Are you blind?
I'm not. I'm trying. I had the brakes. It doesn't brake. It keeps sliding. This is way better than the car. I like GTA 4 a lot. This thing, look. I'm hitting the brake. It keeps sliding like a real life car. Like when you hit the brake too hard, it keeps sliding and crash. I like it. I really like it. I ain't gonna lie. Is that movie prop? Uh-oh. That movie prop is naked. Uh-oh. That's not a thing to put in.
Phelps and Bukowski, LAPD. We are investigating the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Christ. I'm Marlon Hopgood. How can I help?
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
Lead the way.
So, we already have a lot of bad words in this game. We don't need more naked props or things. We don't need that. We really don't need it. It's too much. Too much. So... Hey, where are we going? I keep seeing D2 picture around the whole place.
Keep him here, Stefan. I'm gonna take a look around.
What's this got to do with me?
Don't try my patience, knucklehead.
Indian hat. Is that Indian hat thing? The shrine India or whatever the name is. These have hairs. They look like monkey. Props from movies. Ooh, this is a drug. Ooh, yeah, over there.
Doping a 15-year-old kid and abusing her in a screen test. What is wrong with these people?
Well, oh no, they gave the girl that. They give the girl that to drink. In her drink. She was over here, I think.
Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Why would I want to do that?
Humor him.
One-way
side-
mirrors.
Yeah.
There's a room on the other side.
Huh. Well. Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert company.
He's into it too. There's no door over here. This is the props. No, we're not gonna see this. I hate the paper mirrors. Oh, it's the same hat. At the scene.
So this is where you sprang from.
This is where you've been made from too. This prop has been used for crime. Is that a mirror or something? This. Ooh. Oh no! A lot of women.
I wonder if they saw this, how many budding starlets would still get on the bus to come to Hollywood.
No, they make him adult video. Mark Bishop and Jessica Helmet.
So what happened to the film of Hamilton's screen test?
So that's the film. I think the woman, Mrs. McCaffrey was talking about Bishop.
Jungle Drums, 8th and Francisco. Attention, Mark Bishop.
This is a real life. So many videos and things. Someone is about to go to jail. Is that another? Oh no, we didn't see that. Wait, we didn't see that. Wait. These pervert got mirrors everywhere in the building, so they can see through everything. So I'm going in here. Got mirrors in here to see what the woman's, how they dressing up, how they gonna go to the toilet too. Oh my. These people are so screwed up. You going to jail. Man, you was looking too innocent.
So what next?
Hit Hopgood with the evidence, Phelps. See if he sings.
Yeah, let's sing. Sing.
You ever do any work for Mark Bishop?
Mainly do work for the studios. RKO, Republic, Warner Brothers. So yeah, when Bishop is doing work for a studio, yes.
When did you last see him?
Now I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production though. Haven't seen him around here in a while.
Stop lying.
I know you're lying, Hopgood. Bishop was here, and you know exactly what he was doing and what he left lying around afterwards.
You come in here without a warrant, and now you start throwing your weight around?
I can show you how Bishop been here. Wait, let's see. Bishop, where someone testimony. Something that say Bishop was here.
If you don't ask, you never find out.
That's bad cop. I hope it's bad cop.
He was here yesterday, and something happened that pushed him over the edge. You're holding out on us, Hopgood.
You know, I have very good connections with the Vice Squad.
Yeah, well, there's a surprise.
They won't appreciate you coming in here and strong-arming me.
Okay, I'm mixed.
McAfee's men are looking for Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground?
If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice to him would be to leave town.
He ain't lying.
You're delivering props to Jungle Drums on 8th Street?
Bishop is using that old rundown wreck of a set. That place is dangerous. But it might be a good spot to hide.
That's all for now, Hopgood. We're taking you in.
Phelps. Roy Earl, advice. Hold on a moment. This is clearly a vice case. You've been roughing up my informant?
Hopgood is a vice informer?
Yes, he is, Phelps, and a very important one. Look at that mug. Have you been upsetting these two officers, Marlon?
So we just drop it?
You do if you know what's good for you. You need to catch the movie producer before an angry husband does, from what I'm hearing.
I'll be making a full report to the captain, Detective.
You do that, kid. We're all very impressed with you.
Let it slide, Cole. Let's get out of here.
Detectives.
Johnny Goldberg. You work for Mickey C.
That's right, detectives.
You wouldn't happen to know the guys who roughed up Mrs. Bishop earlier today by any chance?
No, not us. We don't do that kind of thing. It's the husband we'd like to talk to.
This is a police matter. You don't want to be taken in for obstruction of justice, do you, boys?
You could try the obstruction rap, but it won't stick. We could beat that.
You've had your 10 cents worth, gentlemen.
Bishop knows how the world works. Mrs. McAfee hits him up for a movie part. Happens every day. But Bishop takes it a step too far and tries to rub out Mrs. McAfee. Naturally, Guy is going to get upset.
What made you think Bishop would be here?
We figure he might be planning a little accident for Hopgood, too. Those two guys have got some unfinished business. You let us know if you find Bishop. Guy McAfee can be a very generous man.
I'm only going to warn you once, gentlemen, to stay out of this. This is a police matter. We will be bringing Mark Bishop into custody.
At least he's polite. Kind of dumb, but polite.
But I'm a lot less polite, you smug son of a bitch. So let me put it in ruder terms that even a pair of blockheads like you might understand. The only reason that you don't have bars on your windows already is because you're small fry. And we don't waste our time on small fry. You stay away from Bishop, and you stay away from me. Is that clear enough for you, asshole? Now run along back to your boss so we can pat you on the head and tell you what good boys you are.
They nailed it. Nail it!
I don't think they like your little pep talk, Bukowski.
Oh, shit! Get us out of here!
Someone is aggressive.
Keep it steady. I'll try and bust his tires. They really don't want anybody getting to Bishop before they do.
You need to shoot somebody. Shoot now.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on. We need to lose those fools, Phelps.
They're coming hard. They're coming hard. Yes.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out. I need to be closer, Cole. Make a move. We're sitting ducks here.
Let's see him chase us now. Onto the movie set, Phelps. Let's roll.
Oh, Christ. When they say working traffic is like watching paint dry.
You know how to piss people off, Bukowski.
Hey, if they're prepared to gun down cops in broad daylight, McAfee really means business.
Seems like we're the only ones who want Bishop alive.
I have a good mind just to...
It's in front of us. What the heck? This thing was in front of us the whole time. Looks like they're making another movie. This place.
There's the slippery bastard now.
No. God damn it!
Mark Bishop, stop! LAPD! Get him, Phelps. I'll cover the exit.
Okay. I'll do that.
11K calling KGPL, requesting assistance at 8th and Francisco, the abandoned movie set. My partner is pursuing suspect on foot. Code 3, KGPL.
Come on, man. Stop running from us.
We're trying
No
to
way
help you,
out.
Bishop.
This is all a big mistake.
It's not a mistake, you pervert. Going to jail for a lot of things, attempt of murder, and all those kids you've been doing things with. You know what they're gonna do to you in jail for doing that?
It's
to
us or McAfee's boys. Your choice.
I didn't do anything.
Stop it.
Get the hell out of here, you goddamn man.
How I can quit him? Things like that. That thing is like breaking
Bishop, that's enough! That girl made it all up!
Come on, man.
Don't make this any harder on yourself, Bishop.
Stop running, Bishop.
Blackmailing me!
The whole thing is going down. The whole...
Hands in the air!
Mark Bishop, you're under arrest for the attempted murder of June Ballard and the rape and attempted murder of Jessica Hamilton.
All right, I'll come quietly. Just don't kill me. If you found me, then McAfee's goons will too. Oh, we need to get out of here. All right, but you stay close. Any tricks, and I'll save McAfee's boys the trouble. Follow me. I know another way out of this place.
Now we need to team up with him.
Christ, detective, they're trying to kill me! Last chance to back the hell down!
I'm gonna put holes in you.
McAfee doesn't make the rules. You hear me?
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
It's this way.
Okay, let's go. Run, wait, let me grab his gun, wait.
LAPD, you're making a big mistake. Kill them, for God's sake! I don't want to die!
There's no way out of here. I thought you said you knew where you were going.
We have to jump for it. Is this really the best McAfee's got?
Oh, no. We need to jump for it?
Come on, it's this way. God, they're everywhere.
I'm dying because of you.
You have to get me out of here.
What? Why do you keep doing that? Okay. It sounds like moaning or something. Not normal for a video game.
This is insanity. For the love of God, how many are there? The statue there. There's a ladder leading to the ground.
Come on, slide, man, slide.
I don't want to die here.
Be quiet. Oh, that's fake. You can't slide with your hand like that. It's gonna burn.
Get him over here. I'll cover you. Come on. The cavalry's here.
Got a lot of police coming. Got a lot of things going on.
It's all Ballard's fault.
Just be quiet. It's your own fault.
Those barrels at the base of the elevator.
Keep recording.
Follow
Keep
me.
recording.
We need to get him to the
so
car.
You guys can sell this movie too.
There's an army of them. We're I should have known that bitch was trouble.
Be quiet. You put yourself in this trouble, so don't say nothing.
Get him to the car. I can cover you from here. You're almost there.
This way!
Weapons on the ground. Now.
Now, this is what I call a result. Mark Bishop, erstwhile film producer, an all-around piece of shit, catches a fast ticket to Quentin for statch rape and attempted murder. So he gets to spend the next 15 years playing sissy instead of sticking it to little girls. That is justice, capital J, Detective Phelps. You've developed such a reputation, I'm not going to be able to hold on to you any longer. You're getting promoted. Go on, get your new assignment. It was good working with you, son.
Thank you. Thank you, Captain. And thank you too, bro. You're a good partner. Keep it up like that. You're a good partner. You've been promoted. We're going up like crazy. And this is Captain.
Phelps, Bukowski, this your work?
Can I help you, Detective?
Sorry, Cap. Didn't see you there.
Yeah, I'll bet you did. This is a traffic case. You need something?
I'm here to buy a drink for the 2 LAPD traffic cops who broke the back of Guy McAfee's private army. You don't have a problem with that, do you, Captain?
Go right ahead.
Get in. I'm buying.
Is he McAfee? I don't understand who's McAfee.
You'll like this place. A lot of movie people hang out here. You like jazz, Cole? The hopheads love it.
Sure, I guess.
Big bands and swing, I can understand, but this bebop palaver? How are you supposed to dance to that? This is Phelps, Leroy. Be nice to him. You'll like this place. They treat you right.
You like a table, Roy?
What do you think we want to do? Stand at the bar like
I'll
chumps?
get a table ready for you.
Don't look so happy to see me, Alphonse. I might get the wrong impression. Cole, this is Alphonse. He's a French Negro from Africa. Can you beat that?
The Congo.
A pleasure to meet you, Alphonse. Is Elsa singing tonight?
Yes, she is. She has the next set.
Come on, Cole. You can meet Elsa while they're fixing us a table. You'll like her. She's something else.
Maybe another night, Roy. She's pretty beat up about it.
Get your hands off me. Don't ever tell me what to do or what not to do, Alphonse. You got a nice club here. Don't spoil it.
If you will follow me, detectives.
Why you treat the man like that?
Just
Stop
through the
treating
door.
people like that. Why these two is quiet and keep watching?
He was my only real friend, Harlan. We went through it all. You really was meant to me.
This is the doctor.
You have no idea. You said it was construction work.
It was an industrial accident, Elsa.
The doctor.
How can I be held responsible?
Elsa, are you going on?
Louis, for God's sake, he was my best friend. The only man who ever loved me without putting his hands on me.
Hi, Elsa. Here's someone I'd like you to meet. Cole Phelps, war hero and crime fighter extraordinaire.
And why would I want to meet another fascist from the LAPD?
Sorry about this, Cole. What an evening I'm having. First a Negro puts his hands on me, and then this. Who do you think you're talking to, you German junkie whore? Don't you ever forget your place with me again. Do you hear me? Evening, Doc. How's business?
Sanguine. Louis, help me here.
This
I'm gonna have
doctor
to
is
give
the
her
one
something before her performance.
drugging
Blow it
people.
off, Cole.
It's
These
not-
artsy-fartsy types always get a little flighty. Meet Dr. Harlan Fontaine, doctor to the stars. Mr. Fix-It to the mental wreckage of Hollywood. So what about that drink, boys?
What the heck is going on? He smacked the woman in the face like that. Left. So guys, this is the end of the traffic. The fallen idol. Guys, this is the end of the episode 5. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you comment below and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.